how come we have to get to the dream self through the animal self? Well, the animal self is actually that we're referring to a combination of the cold-blooded animals and the warm-blooded animals. The cold-blooded animals give us our survival and reproductive aspect. The warm-blooded animals give us our heart. They form families, communities. They hunt together sometimes. They mate for a lifetime or a season or a time. They raise their young much more carefully than the reptiles. And so we actually get our heartfelt feelings from the warm-blooded animals, but we also get the ability to sleep as we sleep rather than reptilian sleep, and to dream. From the animals, we get our ability to dream. So in shamanism, when you dream of your animal self, then presto, boom, you wake up to the dream self, to the spiritual world, to the visionary world. And since we're talking about psychopharmacology, the hallucinogenic world, sometimes we will get to the DMT molecule, which is in some of the hallucinogens. So at any rate, we have that model. We also find this and I took Hebrew too. We have the nefesh, or the animal self in Hebrew. Then the nechama, the human self, and the ruach, the spirit. And in Arabic, I know that we have the nafs. I don't know the other two names. But so at any rate, we have those in many different cultures. And then we had Freud come along, and he spoke of the ego, the self-consciousness, the human self, really, and the id, which is the instinctual animal self, really. It's the id is to the unconscious what the ego is to the conscious. The ego is the director and the editor, and constantly keeping all the little pieces all together of experience. And the id is doing the same, integrating in the unconscious. And the id is like our instinctive self. So we feel like the thump on the belly. We feel the awakening to just our animal instincts at some time or another. The animal instincts are tied together with our feelings. Neurologists say that our feelings start as animal instincts, basically safe, not safe, and then they develop to attachment, love, or revulsion, hatred, or dislike at any rate, and to pleasure and pain fits in there too, which is another animal characteristic John pointed out that dopamine relates to, and one of the neurotransmitters. So we have these first two selves. Then Freud, third self is the superego, and he had to kind of get away from the spirit. But I think he was quite correct. He said the superego is our idea of the spirit or God or a higher guiding moral order of some kind, or the law, spiritual law or spiritual grace or whatever. So the superego is our idea, and it's often due to programming from society, and it's kind of what we look up to. So we feel it as being above ourselves. And I think this is very important that we realize that we have an awful lot of programming when it comes to that, what right and wrong.